Hello guys, this is Yara here, and today we have a tier list. I have been playing so much Yu-Gi-Oh recently. I got a second place at a case tournament. I also got first place at a double box tournament recently, and I've just been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, just investing a lot of time in this game. So this is gonna be my opinion of what the best decks are, and please don't be mad at me, right? This is just my opinion, so please don't crucify me for my opinion. But yeah, let's get started. So right off the bat, we have tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, and play with friends. Some decks that it's better to just play them with your friends or family, but don't take them to a competitive event. I know that Nats and a lot of big events are coming out soon, so a lot of people want to know what the best decks are. So yeah, let's get started. So Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks got a lot of hype because of the structure deck, but I think this is a tier 2 deck because it can beat Kashtira pretty consistently if they win the die roll, because they're able to like set the monsters, and they're also able to like get rid of the bodies if they wish to. So I mean, Sarah is such a good card. So Trap Tricks, a good budget deck, and can take you pretty far if you needed to. So then we're gonna have Manadium. Manadium. This could be like Scareclaw Manadium or just like pure Manadium. I don't think this deck is pretty good, if I'm being honest, guys. I'm gonna say just play with friends. I don't even think it's tier 2. Like, it's not really good at all, if I'm being honest. It has a lot of one card starters, but loses to Droll, loses to Ash. It can lose to Nib too, just depending where you drop the Nib. So I don't think the deck is very good. We have Vanquish Soul. Okay, Vanquish Soul is a very interesting deck. It's expensive, so if you're gonna be in the submarine, if you're if you're related to the people in the submarine, you may be able to afford this deck. So this deck is expensive. This deck is expensive. So, but what do I think of it? Is it good? Is it worth it? I think it's interesting because it's one of those decks that the longer the game goes, the more resources they're gonna get. You're able to get a draw every single turn during your turn, during your opponent's turn, being able to pop, add, draw every single turn. I don't really think it's that good, if I'm being honest, though. So I'm gonna put this at tier 2. Virtual World, you know how much I love Virtual World. This deck is dog, though. It sucks. It sucks. I must say, play with friends, right? Don't take it to any competitive event. They need a spell that's similar to Qinglong, that's able to add a spell or trap card, then you discard one. Something like that. Something like that would be cool. Sword Soul. Sword Soul is another one of my decks that I love so much. Moyi, Reveal Longyon, Response, Imperm. Okay, pass. But this deck has a pretty good Casteria matchup. I had a very good win rate back when Diabolos was still legal with Sorcel. Usually you actually want to go make them go first and you go second, and you have a better win rate like that. So, but Sorcel, what sucks is that they don't really have any one card starters. The only like one card starter they have would be like Emergence, grab Taya, banish, and you end up with the Grandmaster, but that's not really good enough. Grandmaster, Blackout, but it's not really good enough. You most of the time you need at least 2 cards to be able to combo off. So I'm gonna put this at tier 2. Dragon Link. Dragon Link is interesting because Dragon Link is one of those decks that has such a big repertoire, right? Like, you're able to play the Bestials, you're able to play a lot of techs in the deck. A lot of people don't play the Rocket package, which I think is just wrong, right? The person that topped at the German Nats, I believe, or it's either French, like in France, or Germany, with Rocket, Dragon Link with Bestial. So I think that if you're gonna be playing Dragon Link, you kind of want to add the Rocket package to it. So, but I think it's tier 1. It's very strong. It can OTK so easily. Sky Striker is interesting, right? It engages at 2 now. They're about to get a new link too. It seems decent. I just don't think is it tier two or play with friends? I think it's more of a play with friends. I don't think Sky Striker is that good. It's a good troll deck. Nobody likes to play against Sky Striker. I was playing a game with Sky Striker like yesterday, and the person just started cussing me out. They're like, "Why the f are you playing Sky Striker?" I'm like, "Dude, what do you have against Ray? Ray is not Bay because she's 13, and that's according to the lore." So, anyways. Sky Striker is better to play with friends. I mean, I've been playtesting a lot of Sky Striker, and it's really not that good. Despia is pretty good, right? The Ash is inevitable, right? Like Death and Taxes, Ash is also inevitable. So if you're gonna be playing branded, you better be prepared for that Ash. So, but if they don't have the Ash, or if you have the call by or the cross out, then you're gonna be having a good time. So I'm thinking this is a tier one deck. Is able to break a lot of boards, right? You can play Super Poly. Marinesis is interesting, right? They can play a lot of non-engine stuff like Rivalry, Goes in Match, Kaiju's. I think it's actually a tier two deck. Is able to has a lot of one card starters, right? So yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm gonna put Marinesis at tier two. The Gold Pride stuff mixed with Punk, of course. Uh, I don't think it's good. They need more support. I must say, just play with friends. It's a fun deck, right? Rollerballer, attaching the opponent's monsters, right? Kind of troll, right? It's like, hey, those are my equips now, right? You thought you had monsters? No, you have equips. I have equips. But I don't think the deck is that good. Tri Brigade, this is either Lyrilisk Tri Brigade or pure Tri Brigade with like the Rescue Cat. So what do I think of Tri Brigade? I ended up getting second place at a case tourney. A case tourney with Tri Brigade, and I think the deck is decent. Honestly, yeah, 25 cards are around what you need for like your engine stuff. I'm counting Desires as engine, but and then you can play like 15 non-engine, so it's pretty interesting stuff. So has a lot of room for non-engine. I'm gonna say this tier two. Tier two, one card starters has 9 1 card starters, 3 Fractal, 3 Tanky, 3 Rescue Cat, plus a lot of non-engine. So Rika has been topping a lot of tournaments, and this deck is scary. Has some 1 card starters as well. Can play stuff like Rivalry. It has a bad matchup versus back row decks or like Labyrinth or Eldritch, just kind of like cream Rika. So I'm gonna say this is a good. I'm gonna say tier one, honestly. Like I think Rika is very very strong. So then we have Karstira, which is everybody's boogeyman. Everybody talks about Karstira, right? Every time somebody mentions Karstira, like fear kind of like you can tell the fear in their eyes, right? It's almost like they're talking about the boogeyman or something. So, but yeah, what I think of Karstira, I think Karstira definitely top one. It's not tier zero. It was this close to becoming tier zero back when Diabolos was legal. It was like this close, like, but now it's definitely not tier zero. But it is tier one though. Some people would say it's the best deck of the tournament. I mean, the best meta deck right now, but that's debatable. Uh, Pearly is very good going second. It's a Zeus Turbo. I have no idea why Konami decided to hit Delicious to one. Kind of insane when the deck was just getting popular. Like, makes no sense. But Pearly, what do I think of Pearly? I think it's a good tier 2 deck, right? Zeus Turbo, not bad. Flounderies, I've been seeing a lot of replays. I won a double box tournament with Flounderies. Deck is insane. The grind game is crazy. The runic matchup is so free. Like, right? Like they banish your stuff face up, banish a couple of birds, and you're like, well, don't mind me. Thank you for being able to allow me to chain block, right? So has a good runic matchup, has a decent Kastira matchup. A lot of people think that a Rise Heart counters the little birds that are banished, but not really because A Rise Heart is Chainlink 1, so Chainlink 1 and then Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3, the birds that are banished. So it kind of dodges a Rise Heart being able to attach the little birds. I mean, it's not the greatest of time. I think they're about like neutral. Like they both beat each other pretty consistently. So it's like a 50-50. So has a pretty good matchup versus most decks. And versus Kastira, it's 50-50. I think the worst matchup, if I'm being honest, don't tell anybody, is Sprite. Sprite, pretty annoying to face because they can set up like smashers. They can set up spell and trap card negate. So, but definitely tier one. Definitely tier one. I would put it above Despia. If you have not played against this deck, or if you don't play this deck, you gotta trust me. Play it or see how good the matchups are, and then you can come back to me. So, Tier Limit has been getting pretty popular despite Konami like brutally hitting this deck multiple times. Um, Tier Limit is insane. If they can mill well, it's pretty insane. It gets hurt a lot by people main decking Shifter or by Kastira being popular, but it's pretty explosive deck. But I'm gonna say top of tier 2 right here. Top of tier 2. Once I get done with the decks, I'm gonna arrange the order which this should be in, but so don't think that this is like the order that's gonna stay at. Stay till the end of the video to see how the order is gonna be. But Mathmech kind of sucks that Circular's to 1 now, but they keep getting new toys. They're about to get the new Link 1. I think with the new Link 1, they're definitely gonna be tier 1, but for that to happen, also the bestials have to drop off in popularity. Everybody has bestials in the side deck. Dragon Link has a ton in the main deck. Vanquish Soul has them in the main deck, so it gets hurt by Shifter also. So I'm gonna say tier 2 probably. I'll arrange them later. So tier 2. Sprite. This is either Tri Brigade Sprite, Melfi Sprite, Runic Live Twin Sprite. Anything that has to do with Sprite, right? Sprite is very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, level 2 is the name of the game, or Link 2 or Rank 2. So now Labyrinth. Labyrinth, there's two ways to play Labyrinth, right? You can either play the furniture package, like a bunch of, so you can, even if you lose a die roll, you have a better chance of winning. You can also play the Floodgate Labyrinth with Skill Drain, Goes and Match, Rivalries, everything. Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which is the one that actually won a big event recently. He ended up eradicating the opponent for 5 or 6, I can't remember, but basically the whole hand. It was literally the whole hand, but yeah, Labyrinth is crazy. Being able to set up any normal trap card from the deck in the game, crazy. So definitely tier 1. Definitely tier 1. Definitely tier 1. So Dark World, they get hurt by Bestials. They get hurt by Bestials bad. But it's still a crazy explosive deck. They're gonna get a new spell. They're gonna get a new fusion in the near future. Insane deck. A lot of people just kind of dropped it. Not sure why, but it's still good. It's still good. Salamangreat, definitely play with friends. The new support, I'll be honest, it sucks, guys. Like, it really does suck. It hurts me to say that, but it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. Like, I don't know why Konami decided, hey, let's print a lot of support for Salamangreat. And everybody's like, yay! And they're like, but it's bad. Like, downright bad. And everybody's like, no. But Drytron, Bestials, Droll hurt his deck. Hand traps hurt his deck, depending how well they draw, but mainly the Bestials. So I still think it's good enough though. So not play with friends, more like tier 2. Madolche, definitely play with friends. Super Heavy Samurai, like pure, like I've seen like Super Heavy Samurai Sword Soul. I've seen Super Heavy Samurai even Kashtira, but Super Heavy Samurai Pure. That's interesting. I must have to say probably play with friends. It's just not good. It loses to hand traps a lot more now. So now the way that I would put these, I would probably put them like something like I think Sky Striker is better than Super Heavy Samurai. This is at the top of play with friends, very bottom. Uh, Probably something like this. Virtual World is bad. Yeah, something like this, and then tier two, definitely tier at the top. Vanquish Show like right after that. Tri Brigade. Yeah, something like this looks good. And then tier one, definitely Castillo over there, Sprite right there, Labyrinth right there, Flu right there, Bishop Dragon Link right there too, Branded right there, and Rika right there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that I put the tier list. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the tier list. Let me know what you think on the comments below. But I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.